6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis, and it's been rung once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Ready to get this game started, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Ashton Doolin now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they're brought out by the 6th overall pick in 2019. One of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
Jones has had a tumultuous career, that's with a capital T, by the way, that continues to have some ups and downs. Maybe part of that's playing under the bright lights in the big city of New York, but he's had some tough outings, he's had some...
What a hit, and the ball's loose! Picked up by the 49ers. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You really do love these moments as a quarterback, bouncing on that field, energized by what your defense just did, giving you a gift at the turnover and some really optimal field position. Wouldn't it be rude, Kate, for them not to accept that gift and put an early lead up to really crush their opponent's spirit?
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's second down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
And the 49er first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's McCaffrey again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Colts nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
2nd and 10 now. Jones has his man. That's there looking from Penn State. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
3rd and 2, Jones. That's on target to Pierce. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, check that.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. We've got the 49ers in front. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got a first to begin the frame. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. 1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Hawk 70.
Now a toss play. Taylor. Running down the left side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
For the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Taylor from the pistol. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp, because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. It's caught, Warren. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Colts facing a deficit near the break. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Going with a screen to Taylor. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches.
2nd and goal.
Taylor. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. I think they might have taken that 1st down for granted there, Brock. And now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Goal for Jones. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Isaac Gorindo to return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Watch out!
Play action now. Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
13 yards.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first.
First down.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
10 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. Right around something.
From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Purdy throwing here on first. Throws caught. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 39-yarder from the left hash. Piniero's kick is good, and that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Badgley on to kick this one away. Gorindo to return it. Making some progress here. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. Ball at the 33 for first down. Looking to throw, Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Heads out on the bootleg. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Purdy. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked off, Zaire Franklin. And the Colts get it back with a nice return to boot, down inside the 30. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready?
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Badgley for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
The score, Colts 14, 49ers 10.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st down, Purdy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Now it's Purdy. We'll drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And the 49er first down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, San Francisco.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Completed left side there to Jennings. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. And the 49er.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw by Purdy. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. 49ers losing by 4. Offense is set. First and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Looking right, and he finds him. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now to throw. Kittle makes the catch. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. McCaffrey. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Doolin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougars.
He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw it. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one.
That's good.
And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
35-yard line.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Indy.